Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Third best record here in the early going. And, of course, Memphis sitting there 4 spots below.
And, guys, when you look at Memphis, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught in the middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
In the last few years, we've seen league-wide scoring surge in the NBA. Now, many credit years of defensive rules changes, such as limiting hand-checking on and off the ball and getting rid of contact in the paint. Now, everyone isn't pleased with these changes. Some say defense is no longer allowed. But a higher pace of play, more efficient shot selection, and lots of threes also play a role. Most fans aren't complaining. Kevin?
It sure is fun to watch, D.A. Thank you. Chris, a lot of expectations, high expectations when you're the #1 overall pick in the draft. You know it well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's something that I wanted. Derek Coleman was from Detroit, and 2 years earlier, he was the #1 pick, and I'd always been a fan of his, so I felt like he was passing the baton, and I had to kind of do what he did. And then Shaquille O'Neal was Rookie of the Year before myself and the #1 pick. And so for me, I looked at it as, a pretty big weight, but the honor was more than the weight, and I was honored to be picked #1, and I relished in that, and I had great teammates that allowed me to flourish in that role.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Prez out there with the Wizard. Then it's Cool Hands. Then it's Woolridge. And it's AI in at the shooting guard. And for Memphis, we've got D. Q out there with Prez. Then there's the waiter. And it's Ellis and at the point. It's Ellis on the wing. To the paint. Here's Prez. It's blocked. Ellis against Woolridge. This one for 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. The pass to Prez. Fires for 3. Ellis can't get it to go. Now here's Prez. Defense right on him. A shot, no good. And it's Memphis the other way.
And last season, they had a really tough go of it with this team.
And again, Memphis no good.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement from them.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Ellis outside. Passes it to Q. Knocked away. 6 to shoot. Here's D. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's all about establishing a rhythm. I mean, you start to see it fall, you begin to believe.
Got a piece of it. Prez passes to the waiter. He kicks to Prez. Memphis moving it around. Here's Q. Offensive rebound. Gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. AI dishes to Woolridge. Shoots. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
There's the lob to Prez. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now, here's AI. He's coming off a 10-point game again. Prez controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Ellis kicks to Prez. Inside. And finish off by Prez. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here's Cool Hands. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Memphis trailing here. Ellis surveying the D. Pass to the waiter. Here's Q, and it's Memphis with another. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Now AI. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Woolridge. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Q passes to D. Stepped in the line, out of bounds there, and that will cost them the possession. Now here is Woolridge. 5 points in the game. To the middle, here's the Wizard, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Well, he's not going to get an easier look than that. You don't need to double team him, but you can't leave him all alone.
Woolridge, the pass to Prez. It dropped for his third basket. He's missed only one shot. Memphis trails by 3. There's the pass to the waiter. To the paint. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
And here's AI. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Jeffries has checked in, and Harris subbed in for Ellis. Now here is Harris. Here is Jeffries. Pass to Q. Harris outside. 5 to shoot. Launches it. And the 3-ball is good.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
And finished off by Prez.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Timeout.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Chris, middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanting to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity. But Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. Some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players. They affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. For Memphis, they've gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Hardaway kicks to Harris. Pass to the main. Memphis moving it around. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Yeah, and this is what you love to see. Both teams going at it, working to get to their spots and cashing in.
Now here's Prez. Five on the clock. Cool hands passes to the dude. Second shot opportunity, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting two. And the foul goes against Memphis. It's his first trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Here's Harris. Hardaway passes to Jeffries. Kicks it to Harris. Pass to Jeffries. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Hardaway gets it to go.
He can be sneaky good from deep sometimes. I mean, when he gets clean looks, he's got the ability to do some damage out there.
Here's Maverick. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Goose. Fires from the line, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Yeah, the defender just couldn't quite close the gap all the way and got burned for it.
Now here is Harris. Makes it off the glass. Harris has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Prez. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Thomas dishes to Harris. The pass to Jeffries. Here's the mayor. He's coming off a 10-point game again.
And don't leave out his rebounding, Kevin. I mean, he had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
And the foul called on Prez. That is his first foul of the game. Z's checked in for Prez. Jeffries kicks to Hardaway. Shot clock at 5. Shoots from 12. Again, Memphis.
Now, I didn't think he had the room to get that shot off. I mean, it's not easy with such a bigger man on.
Passes to Cool Hands. Here's Goose beyond the arc. It's good from long range. Goose has got 5. 15 seconds left in the first. Here is Jeffries. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. From deep three-point range, and again it's Memphis with the 3.
I don't know what to say. With his shooting ability, that's a 1 in 100 shot.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Memphis leads by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Or just wearing them out. I mean, when you space the floor like this, the defense has to run and expend energy.
Goose out there with Maverick. And it's the dude. And it's Cool Hands. And it's Z at the center. Harris passes to Thomas. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's the dude. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
You know what, Chris? Speed at any position is so vital. Who are the fastest big guys in the game right now that you admire and just can't believe how they go baseline to baseline?
Oh, first one that comes to mind is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's a Greek freak, but he's a freak of nature in basketball. His speed, his length, his athletic ability. You love seeing him. And I say a close second, Anthony Davis. And don't forget about Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, a lot of guys that love running the floor and put that pressure on the defense every time by getting out.
Memphis leading. Jeffries the pass to Thomas. Out to Harris. Outside Hardaway. Here is Jeffries. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Memphis shooting their first free throws of the night.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And the first one drops. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. He has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Z the pass to Goose. Here's Maverick. Pass to the dude. Down low. Here's Maverick. And no good that time. Good D by Hardaway. Thomas down low. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Here's Maverick. And he hits it to tie the game up. Maverick's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And the pass to the main. Memphis moving that ball around. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
D, he's checked in for Memphis. Ellis comes in for Harris. It's blocked. They get it back. He blocks it again. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Goose. He's guarded by Ellis. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen. Here's the break. Jeffries, the pass to the main. To the wing on the left. He kicks it to Jeffries. Clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Jeffries. Out left to the wing. Here's D. And that one hits back iron. Gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Z, the pass to Goose. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Thomas.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first.
Kicks to Jeffries. Thomas inside. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Ellis down low. He's covered by Watson. Ellis can't get it to go. Well, 50% from the floor. Passes it to Goose. Over to the left wing. Maverick passes to Z. Unable to get that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
They looked totally in sync, GA. I mean, they knew what they wanted to accomplish, and then they went out there and did it.
Here's Maverick. AI outside. Pass to Z. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
Jeffries. It's deflected. Z. He's guarded by Ellis. Here's Goose. He picked up 15 points in their last win again. From 13. Watson's shot is off. Enzo Thomas will bring it up for Memphis. Trailing by 2. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Jeffries inside. He's covered by Watson.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Chris, are there specific types of plays where you feel the whistle gets blown maybe a little too often and a little too early?
Well, sometimes for a guard, when he's defending the guard and the pick and roll comes and he fights through that pick, and as a guard or offensive player, I can stop and let you bump into me and shoot the ball. I think the refs just have to be smart with it. Sometimes it's a foul, but every time it's not, just because of the situation or the flop. And also, you just don't want players to be bailed out when the defender is in a good position. But that's what makes the game so great, is the fact that as an offensive player, you got to try to manipulate and find out where you can sneak yourself in the gray areas of the rules. And as a defensive player, how can you use your skill, your will, and then your IQ not to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar?
Prez is checked in for Maverick. AI outside. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. Rebounded by Ellis. For Memphis, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. To the inside. And there's the pass to the waiter. And he comes up with the deuce. And Memphis leads by 2.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Woolridge against Ellis from 11 feet away. Great defense that time from Ellis.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
A three-pointer, no good. Leading for the game at 42%. Woolridge with it, picked up by Ellis. And that's a foul called on Bowler. That is his first foul of the game. Harris is checked in for Ellis. Prez passes to the Wizard. Here's Woolridge. No good with the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
It's tipped. Here's the break. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And it ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Prez passes to the Wizard. And here is Prez. Outside, Woolridge, just 4 to shoot. He kicks it to Prez. Passes it to Cool Hands. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. On Saturday and then on Monday.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Now here's Prez. A 17-point game for him in the win against...
And he had 2 blocks also, don't forget. I mean, it tells you what kind of presence he was for him at both ends of the floor.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And he recovers it. Memphis leading. Hugh passes to Prez. Three-pointer. And Woolridge pulls it down. From deep three-point range. No good on that one.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
D passes to Harris. D guarded by Woolridge. Out to Harris. The 3. His second miss. Now 2 of 4 on the game. Here's Q. Buries it from three-point range. Q's got 8.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Woolridge, the pass to Cool Hands. Back to Woolridge. Feeds it to Prez. Can't connect from short range. Memphis leading by 5. 1:06 left in the first half of basketball. Prez finds Harris. Here's the waiter, guarded by Woolridge. And there it is for him. Now it's a 7-point Memphis lead. The waiter's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Inside, it's stolen by Prez. Here's D, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
For Memphis, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. And the first one at the line is good. Hardaway's checked in for Memphis. Both shots good from the stripe.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Woolridge the pass to the dude. Shot to stop the run. It's rebounded by Memphis. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Fires it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Memphis out in front, ending the second quarter on a 15-4 run. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Checking out Memphis. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, they're getting higher percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They're definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Prez really making a difference here.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, you must try to match his energy level first and foremost. But right now, he's just out hustling guys to the ball.
Q out there with Prez. Then it's Ellis. Then it's D. And it's the waiter in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
That's what they're looking for. They need him to take on a bigger role this game.
Now here's Ellis. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. That's tipped. Pass to the Wizard. Offensive rebound. And he slams it one-handed.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
A finish. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum-shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
Ellis kicks to Prez. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got 3 assists now in this one.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Here's AI, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And he's got his first free throw of the game. Free throw good, AI. Both free throws good for AI. Memphis leading by 4. Ellis, the pass to Prez. Here's Q. And again, it's Memphis with the 3. Gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Woolridge against Ellis. And Woolridge kicks to AI. Back to Woolridge. Fires the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Woolridge has got 8 points.
Well, that makes him 4 for 5. I mean, I think that's pretty good numbers. I mean, they've got to be pleased with how things are playing off so far.
Here's the waiter. He's got 6. The pass to Q. Just 5 on the clock. And the foul called on Prez. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, he bailed him out with that one. The shot clock was low. You got to just play straight up B. That is not the time to take a foul.
Goose is checked in for AI. Passes it to D. Here's Goose. He has 5. He was all alone on that one. And it's now only a 1-point Memphis lead.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Yeah, it's taking on a different feel since the break. You can see how many more hustle plays are being made.
Here's Prez. And another miss by Memphis.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
No good that time. And it's Memphis the other way. Here's Q. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Mavericks checked in for Woolridge. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
The mayor is checked in for the waiter. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter.
Nice work on the glass, but his defense was even better. Really has an impact on that shot.
Thomas passes to the mayor. Ellis outside. Pass to the mayor. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. For Memphis, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. The dude, he's checked in for Maverick. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. It's a close game here in Memphis. The pass to Z. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. No good there.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later. His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off, and the D is struggling to keep up.
Memphis leading by 6. The mayor passes to Ellis. Here is Jeffries. Three-pointer on the way. To the paint.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
game, trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
AI is checked in for Z. Here's Goose. He's guarded by Ellis. Passes it to Cool Hands. Five to shoot. AI outside. Sinks the three-pointer. AI's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Wow, he's a confident shooter from three-point range. I mean, even with the D hovering near him.
Ellis, the pass to Q. For the three. That's the sixth make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Drills his third three of the half. I mean, that's 15 points from long range for him to get.
To the left side wing. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Pass to Jeffries. Here's the mayor. He's got 6. Q passes to Ellis. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Watson.
And he'll be happy that they're in front, but he knows better than anyone else that he's still without a bucket, and he won't be happy with that. You know, it doesn't have to break stride at all, thanks to the money lead pass.
Ellis dishes to Thomas. It's hauled in by Watson. Watson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Goose. Now the feed to Watson. And Thomas with the block. Kicks it to AI. Stripped away. Fast break. Here they come. Moving it up. And Thomas with the stuff.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Here's Goose. He's got 5. Here's the dude. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
Jeffries. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Being 47% since getting things started in the third quarter. Here's the dude, and it's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Now the pass to Jeffries. Clock at 6. Back to Thomas. Passes it to Q. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Watson. Watson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The shot's good. The dude's got 7 points.
That's just a product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
Hardaway's checked in for Memphis. Harris comes in for Ellis. And so it's Memphis with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Harris kicks to Jeffries. From deep. Harris, no good.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Pass to AI. 1:31 left in the third quarter. To the middle. Here's the Wizard. It's rebounded by Memphis. The Mayor's got his 4th rebound in this one. Harris, good. He has 7.
He's been there for them, but they haven't needed him much.
AI with it. 5 points in the game. And 1:01 left to play here in the third. Goose, the pass to Cool Hands. Here's the dude. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Memphis.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from the Wizard. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. The waiters checked in for Memphis. Prez comes in for Q. .32 seconds left in the third. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Memphis. 7-point differential. 20 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to the main. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Prez. Tight defense on him. That shot off. Ball stolen. Here's the waiter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
For Memphis, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And so it's Memphis, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. 2 guards have to be able to make plays for others.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Memphis leading by 7. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. We've got the dude. AI is out there with Woolridge. Then it's the Wizard, and it's Prez. In at the 5, roaming the paint. Woolridge dishes to AI. Back to Woolridge. Offline with his 3.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3. He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
The pass to AI. He feeds it to Prez. Hardaway with the steal. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. And finished off by Prez.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now, here's AI. Now Woolridge. It's deflected. And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Prez. And finished off by Prez.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth.
trying to find some answers offensively.
Some bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
D, he's checked in for Memphis. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well during the break I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Now here is Harris. From deep three-point range, the long distance three is buried. Harris has got the lead up to 11 now for Memphis.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about the great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
At the elbow, Prez got a hand on it. Passes to the waiter. Here's the dude. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
He's been a different player since halftime, coming on strong now.
Now here is Harris. Pass to Hardaway. He kicks it to Prez. Clock at 4. A 3. That shot, no good.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
And he can't get the first one. Hugh, he's checked in for Hardaway. He hits the second from the line. Memphis leading by 8. Harris passes to D. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And he recovers it, and he gets it back. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Here's the waiter. Boom, he jams it straight down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
And Kevin, this is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. Gotta love it.
Oh, that's blocked.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Here's Woolridge, rejected by Harris.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Down low. Hugh passes to Harris. Shoots the 3. And it's AI with the rebound. Gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Ripped away. Hugh, guarded by Woolridge. Hugh passes to Harris. Pass to D. And stolen by AI. Here's Cool Hands. Basket counts. Cool Hands got 9 points now in just the second half.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And Memphis making a change here. Ellis is checked in. And so Ellis will bring it up for Memphis. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. There's the pass to Q. To the paint. Here's the waiter. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Woolridge the pass to AI. To the inside. It's stolen by Prez. Kicks to Ellis. To the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's D. Buries the 20-footer. D's got the lead up to 12 now for Memphis. Gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. AI outside. Inside. Prez. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
Now here's Ellis. Pass to the waiter. That one doesn't go. It's his 5th miss and 10 shots from the floor. Pass to Cool Hands. And here is Woolridge. Off target with his 3.
Rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
The pass to Q. Dishes it to Ellis. Feeds to Prez. Stolen by Woolridge. Passes it to the Wizard. It's rebounded by Memphis. And here is Prez. And that one, good. Prez has got 6 in the quarter. They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen so far, guys, don't hold your breath.
And the foul called on Prez. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Prez with the ball. Return to sender. All alone. Prez passes to the waiter. Takes the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Ellis has got his 1st bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Yeah, D-like, that isn't going to get you back in the game. You have to stay connected to these shooters.
There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. D passes to Ellis. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's the waiter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the first one drops. So he gets them both. Look at Q. He's been playing really well.
Look, they can't leave him alone for a second on the perimeter. Not the way he's shooting the 3 tonight.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, the waiter.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Pass to lights out. We've got 1:23 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Bottoms. And the pass to Z. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Memphis.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for the waiter.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with the fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Now here is Hardaway. Here's Thomas. The layup off target. Here's Z. It's blocked. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Bottoms. No good on the quick 3.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.